And we now move to the Middle East, where the United Nations nuclear watchdog says Iran is not far from possessing a nuclear bomb. These remarks were made by watchdog chief Rafael Grossi in an interview shortly before he reached Tehran for talks on Wednesday.
It's like a puzzle. They have the pieces, and one day they could eventually put them together. There's still a way to go before they get there. But they're not far off. That has to be acknowledged.
The UN agency has been overseeing Iran's nuclear program and its compliance with the existing decade-old nuclear deal. The agreement was signed between Iran and 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council and Germany, together with the European Union back in 2015. Under the pact, Tehran was only allowed to possess 300 kilograms of uranium enriched to nearly 4%, which is sufficient for civilian and research purposes. However, the U.S. pulled out of the deal after 3 years, accusing Iran of not disclosing a past secret nuclear weapons program. While the Iranian government insists its nuclear program is for civilian purposes only, Western nations, including the United States, says Iran is trying to develop nuclear weapons. The UN nuclear watchdog says since America's withdrawal, Iran has about 275 kilograms of uranium that's been enriched to 60% purity. The number is extremely concerning, as nuclear weapons could be made from uranium once it's enriched to 90% purity. On Wednesday, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says uranium enrichment is non-negotiable for Iran, a week after holding high-level talks with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff in Oman.
In my opinion, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action Nuclear Agreement from 2015 in its current form and with its current text cannot be revived and is not advisable for us either, because our nuclear situation has now advanced so much that we cannot return to the conditions in the JCPOA. We have gone far beyond it. What is certain is that Iran's enrichment is a real, accepted, and factual matter, and we are prepared to build confidence regarding potential concerns. But the principle of enrichment is non-negotiable.
Meanwhile, President Trump insists Tehran must eliminate its enrichment program to reach a deal with Washington.
I want them to be a rich, great nation. The only thing is, one thing, simple. It's really simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. And they got to go fast, because they're fairly close to having one. And they're not going to have one. And if we have to do something very harsh, we'll do it. And I'm not doing it for us, I'm doing it for the world. And these are radicalized people, and they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Meanwhile, the Iranian foreign minister has landed in Moscow today to discuss the matter with Russia, saying it's ready to help resolve the standoff diplomatically. His visit comes days before the next round of talks between Iran and the United States is scheduled to be held in Italy on Saturday. Now, only time will tell if a Russian intervention would help Iran with the negotiations or increase the risk of escalating the conflict even further.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India. What we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.